Peace,
Uh-oh.
brother.
Yeah, we back at it. Well, it look like I gotta get a little high up here. Hold on.
That's all right. We got
Hold on,
time.
hold on. Let me set up. Let me set up.
All right.
Nah, that's too low. Hold on. Let's see if that. Set this up right. Should be good now, right? Yeah, we good.
We back at it.
Good money.
Hey,
Good
first
money.
off,
Good.
man, happy anniversary to you and your crew.
Thanks.
It's been 25 big ones.
Yeah. Feel like about 15, 10,
Yeah, I
15.
was going to ask, does it even feel like 25?
Nah, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Right. I can honestly say I was one of the many that was in the stores buying this album the first day it dropped.
Hey, Kaylee.
And it's still something I continue to listen to throughout the
Thank you. Thank
years.
you.
If we can go back a little bit and can you take us back to what Big's vision was for the group before it was actually a group?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was always touting Junior Mafia in a lot of his songs. And if you remember from our last interview, I happened to meet him right on the cusp of him formulating everything. So my timing and connection with him just worked out well. So his vision was he grew up with everybody else from the group. So he said that he's gonna get his guys, his people together and just put them on and form a group.
Can you take us back to who was in the group and maybe who started the group first and how everybody kind of formulated throughout the time?
I think it's interesting. I think everything. Now, I guess you could say like C's. They were the sixes. It was C's, Nino Brown, Bugsy, Capone. Like they were the sixes, but there was no songs done. There weren't any songs done at the time. So and then Cheap Delvec, that was his guy. So like I said, when he was like putting the engine together, that's when we connected. So the timing was right. 2-0, what's up, my dude?
Uh-huh. Can you take us back to getting the deal with Big Beat?
Yeah, I know we were shopping around and we didn't have, because we were younger now, so we didn't have a lot of input into everything, so we were kind of along for the ride. So it was On and Big, they took care of all of the different shopping of the deals, and Big, he was doing his thing already, so that there was a little bit of eyes on what is Junior Mafia going to come to the table with. So they handled a lot of that, and then they just came back and said, hey, we got a deal and we feel it's going to work for you guys, and then we just went with it.
What was the chemistry like in the studio with you guys making these songs for the album?
I mean, we were young, like we were just having fun, like we were it was new to a lot of us, so we just went in the studio and had fun. Like we wasted a lot of hours, like a lot of artists did. So we wasted hours, but then we banged out an album. But we were just excited, and there was so much hype on us.
Can you take us back to selection of producers? How did you guys choose who was going to be on the album? Did you guys get a lot of beats from and narrow it down, or did you guys know exactly who you wanted to produce on the album?
Now it was interesting because Clark, shout out to DJ Clark Kent, he was executive producer, so he did our first single and he did a couple of other songs. But so Clark was one of the main producers. Easy LP, who I love, he did I think he did Fuck Bitches Get Money, which was good. I love that song. I always wanted to get on that beat. That was a hot beat. And then it so happened that, as I mentioned before, like I did a lot, like Special Ed. Special Ed was my guy. So he had his studio. He had his studio in Flatbush, Dollar Cab Lab. So, okay, let me backtrack. Before I met Biggie, I was actually like in the studio at Special Ed Studio, just jumping back in the game. So I was doing songs, and then I happened to meet Big, and then I kept that allegiance with Ed, and then I brought Biggie. I started bringing Biggie over to Ed's studio, Special Ed studio, in on Utica Avenue. So so Ed got to do about 3 songs on the album. He did actually his DJ Action did Murder Ones, but it was under Special Ed Music because they had their company formed. So Action did Murder Ones. Special Ed did Oh My Lord, and Lyrical Wizardry, Action did that too. I remember it was funny. I was in the studio doing Lyrical Wizardry. So I was in the booth. I laid the vocals to Lyrical Wizardry. So I'm in the booth, and then everybody used to come to the Special Ed studio. So I come out and they're playing it back. It was daytime, and I just saw Buckshot, but he didn't know it was me. Me and Buckshot, we knew each other from Franklin Avenue. So Buckshot didn't know it was me. He didn't know that I was really into the rap like that because I was more in the streets. So Buckshot listening. Then when he came out, and when I came out and he saw me, he was like, oh. So that was kind of cool. So
Right.
Buckshot was there when I think when I was laying one of the verses for Lyrical Wizardry, which was my solo song on the album. And then I was one of the only members that had Biggie home. Yeah.
They say there's
somebody just tried to call.
I think there's an echo on your side. They say in the comments. Does your Wi-Fi on?
I don't know. Let me see. So you said the Wi-Fi?
I'm not sure. They're saying it's echo on your end that's hard to hear. There was an echo in the feed, so we're going to try to figure that out. He should be joining back momentarily. There he is.
Yeah, I think that should be better. I heard the echo.
Still kind of.
Let people know if they can still hear it. Can everybody? Is it still an echo?
Yeah, still a little echo.
So what, am I too far?
I don't know if it has anything to do with any type of electronics you may have going on in the house at the same time. No.
Nah.
Air conditioner.
Hold on.
Right.
Yeah. Still an echo?
I don't hear it like it was.
Nah, that was the central air.
Is that what it is? Oh, actually, I hear it now.
Is it when I sit back? What if I sit forward?
How's it sound when he sits forward?
How's it sound when I'm sitting forward? Much better? All right. Nope. Somebody said nope. Nope. You hear it, or nope, it's better?
I see 2 thumbs up. It's way better.
Way better. All right.
Turn your volume down. I wonder if it's me.
Yeah, it might be you. Now that I'm thinking.
Is that better?
Let me hear. Y'all good? Or y'all still hear the echo? Say better. Somebody say better if it's good. Okay, let's go.
Well, maybe it's volume down. Or maybe that's what it is.
I wonder if it's my... Nah, it can't be my volume. How y'all sounding out there? Somebody said it's good now. I see a couple is good now.
Both are good?
Both are good.
Okay. Can we go back into that Buckshot story?
Yeah, nah. Yeah, like I was saying, I was doing the single. Leave it there. Wait. Okay, y'all good. Perfect. Yeah, so I was doing the single, which was not the single, the solo song, Lyrical Wizardry, on the album, and I was laying it, like I said, Action, DJ Action, which was Special Ed's DJ, he did the beat for that. So I was laying the vocals, and then when I came out, I just saw Buckshot in the room, in the main room, but he didn't know it was me. But like I said, we knew each other, so he didn't know it was me. So he was in the vibe, and then when he looked shocked, like, oh. So that was interesting.
Dope. If we can, man, I'd like to jump into this album and listen to some 15-minute snippets.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
If you can tell us some stories that we may not have known that went on, who was supposed to be on the track, who got off the track, who was missing, how you felt, any fights in the studio, anything, just let us know. And I'm going to track the intro, if you can take us back.
It's John B of WBIG New York. Listen, y'all, it's raining cats and dogs out there.
Wow.
So what?
Yeah, unloved that song. He came up with the backstabber idea.
Yo, what the niggas around the corner out about? I don't know, man. Niggas can't.
Before Instagram cuts us off, I can only play like 15 seconds, but can you take us back to that intro?
Yeah, that was Tripe and Larceny. I know he always liked that backstabber. Like he contributed a lot of the ideas. Like some of them, like in all honesty, I wasn't in agreement with them, but I was like, okay. But then some of them really rocked correctly. So he loved that backstabbers. So
let's jump into White Chalk.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a dope beat. I got more blocks. That was a live one. Yeah, so that one, the whole premises of the album was around Larceny. He goes by Big City Bang now, but it was Tripe and Larceny. They were the Snakes. So the whole premises of the album, most of the, it was kind of like a storyline. So it was mainly about. I think I'm hearing an echo. Hopefully everybody could hear.
I hear it great now.
Okay, good. So I'll keep going. I mean, if anybody chimes in like that, it doesn't sound right.
Okay.
So yeah, so the whole premises of the album was around Larceny getting shot. So if people that actually saw the disc and the fold inside, you'll see him. There's photos online of him laying in the hospital, and we're all visiting him at the hospital. So that's what this whole thing about with White Chalk. So they were talking about that, and we just went in with it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, back to this no good ass hospital. Hey, yo, let's go over here by this nursing station, man. Excuse me, miss. Yes, ma'am. Yo, the friend of ours just brought in here. His name is Larceny.
Okay,
he got shot earlier.
I need the patient.
Yo, they put him in the emergency room.
I don't have anyone on my register.
Same thing, man. In the hospital. That was the hospital going to see Larceny because he got shot.
Where was this actually recorded at?
That was in, I wonder if that was Quad. I don't remember exactly which studio, but most of the stuff we did was at Quad. Like here and there, we would go to a couple of other studios. And then something else I want to backtrack. We did a lot of the demos for the Junior Mafia album. We did it at Daddy O's house. So Daddy O's also released a couple of unreleased songs, maybe like a year or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did a lot of the demos. Yeah, we did a lot of the demos at Daddy O's house.
Dope. One of my favorite tracks coming up.
Yeah, hard. This still bang, really hard. It's a good workout joint.
One, two, y'all. You know I rock you. Stepping around the Junior Mafia.
Yeah, that was a hard joint. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. Like I was pissed during a lot of parts of the album because there was certain songs I wanted to really be on.
Right.
That was one. That was one of them. And I think Fuck Bitches Get Money was another one. And I'm trying to remember what else. I think those two. And I think actually there might be a verse floating around. That's the thing. Like we all rapped on different things and some verses stayed and some got taken off. So I would love to be able to go back and know, like, remember which ones we was actually on. But yeah, I think I laid a verse to that, if I'm not mistaken.
So there's an unreleased verse floating
around
around somewhere.
Yeah, it's floating somewhere around.
Cool. Jump into the lead single.
Wow.
Niggas. Oh.
Yeah, that set it off.
Bitch. Rub your dick if you love hip hop. Rub your titties if you love big pop. But got to open up the words I say because.
Take us back. Yeah, my ear was a little different back then. Like I was in the street, like I said, so I was thinking real hard and gritty, like so when I heard it, I was like, okay, it sounds all right. So I didn't anticipate it was gonna do what it did. But Big, that's why Big was there. Big had his vision, and that's why it's kind of good that he pieced everything together, because he would see things that we may not have seen. So he saw that and he just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna say grab it, and I was like, "What the heck? Like how's that gonna? How are we gonna win with that?"
Right.
And guess what? We won with that. so yeah, that was good. That was good too. Yeah.
What do you remember most about that video shoot?
Oh, the video shoot. Video shoot was fly, man. It's funny because people may or may not know I'm in real estate now. Right. So if you scroll back probably like a good amount of posts back, we shot that in a big estate. So that was 25 years ago. We shot that in a big estate. We had the stretch limos. Then we had parts where we were on the runway with the private jets. So we young. We like, oh, wow, limo, private jets. And we had a big estate with stables and everything. So ironically, the same family wants me to sell that estate. For about $14 million. So I have photos of, and that's actually where Biggie shot Warning video. When he was shooting everybody from the top of the steps, it's the same exact home. So it's funny. So I have photos with me standing right there. You'll see us back then. We actually did our first photo shoot where Big, Kim, and me was in the middle, I think Season, and everybody else was on the side of the stairs. So it's that house. So I remember that. It was far out. It was in Long Island. That was our first big video shoot. And, I mean, we had a good time.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Aaliyah. Yeah.
Baby,
First of all, how was it working with Aaliyah in the studio?
Loved it, man. Like they had a lot of love, and shout out to her brother. Like her brother, like when we put out the album, her brother and the family, they loved my lyricism. So the brother used to be like, "Yo, your stuff is so dope." Like, yo, fly. So, and then Aaliyah, she was all like, God bless her soul and rest in peace again. She was so like genuine, like a good-hearted person, like a really, really good-hearted person. So she was always cool. So it was an honor to get on that song, and that was our second single. So that kind of put me out there on the scene.